You're tuned into the Curvy Critic with Carla Renata. Carla shoots straight from the hip with what's hot and what's not in the box office, the latest film news, and talent from above and below the line. Are you ready? Then let's get into it with your girl right now. This is the Curvy Critic with Carla Renata.
There is something that I have been burning to ask you ever since I saw this film.
Yeah.
There's that scene, yes. There's that scene in the courtroom where Yahya, playing Bobby Seale, is bound and gagged for the duration of that chunk of the trial. What was the thought process of struggling with whether to include that or not? Because when I saw that, I was like, ooh. And I know that happened, and I know it's real, but considering where we are in life right now, I was like, ooh, okay, Aaron Sorkin, I need to know about this.
Yeah, there was no chance that I wasn't going to include that. That was one of the most horrible moments that has ever taken place in an American courtroom. Now, the fact is that it was worse in reality. And I wish I could have shown that, because he was bound and gagged for several days in the courtroom before he got his mistrial. I give him the mistrial right away. Bound and gagged in this courtroom, and anytime he would, and he would still try to object. Remember, anytime he would struggle, anytime he would try to object, those marshals shove him back in the seat again. So there was no chance that scene wasn't going to be in the movie. And not only that, I didn't at all alter the trial transcript of the exchange between Bobby and the judge.
I noticed that, because I actually looked up the trial transcript.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I'm that doll. I'm such a geek. I'm a research geek. I will research within an inch of my life.
That's awesome that you did that.
I am a research geek, and I did notice that you did that, and I wanted to give you kudos on that, because that was freaking awesome. I figured it was kind of sacred territory, that you don't want to mess with it, and also, why would you need to? Nobody's going to write it better than that. Well, nobody's going to write it better than you, so let's just put that out there, because you're thebomb.com. Oh, no, it's the truth. I love your work. I'm so honored to be able to speak to you. Speaking of that scene, you were one of the first people to kind of have a premonition about Yahya. At the time that Yahya shot this film for you, he wasn't a household name.
I don't think you needed to be a genius to see that Yahya Abdul Mateen was going to be a star. A phenomenal actor. The way he got the part was he didn't audition. I just looked at a reel of his previous work, and what I saw, in addition to what anyone would see, was the power that he had when he was silent, the power that he had just sitting there looking at you. And I knew that power was going to be important for Bobby sitting in that chair in the courtroom. There's only one scene in the film. It's his first scene, when he's introduced along with the other defendants. And he's getting ready to go, and he's defending the speech that he's going to be making. But mostly, he's just trying to tell his girlfriend, it's going to be fine. I'm just going for 4 hours. It's going to be fine. That scene, his first scene, is the only scene in the movie where he is a free man. In every other scene, because he wasn't free on bail, he had to go to a jail cell every night. And every other scene, he's being led in handcuffs, he's being shoved back in his chair by U.S. Marshals, or he's being bound and gagged. So I knew that the strength of Yahya just sitting there staring at the judge was going to be very, very powerful. That's how he got the part. And then once he was there on set, like I said, you didn't need to be an expert to know that this is going to be an actor we're going to watch for a long time.
Well, Aaron Sorkin, that's my time. Thank you so much for
Thank
taking
you,
time
Carla.
out to speak to me. You are a political powerhouse on screen. Thank you for bringing this to the screen so that people can get out and vote and recognize that our rights and how we use them is very, very important.
You keep repeating that, okay? Thanks very much. It's so important.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.
To keep up with the Curvy Critic, like our page here, click that subscribe button, and click that bell for notifications. Love, peace, and hair grease, y'all.